I advise you all not to spend your money at this resort.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm in my car today. I'm not on a beach. I'm not in a hotel room or Airbnb. I'm in my car, but I'm traveling somewhere. Okay, so it's myself and my daughter in the car, and we're currently stuck in traffic. And we're gonna be talking about the whole. She actually, you know what? She wants to talk about Love is Blind, but I want to talk about her solo trip. I don't want to talk about Love is Blind because I'm really annoyed about this season. I feel like they're really playing us. I really feel so. What do you think? Because everything was so good in the pods, and the minute they met each other, it's like hell unleashed on everyone's relationship. It's just really weird to me how, I don't know, I think these people really don't like each other when they see each other. Like they pretend. But anyways, we're here to talk about Tyshell's first solo trip. Okay? I'm gonna ask her some questions and she gonna answer. First of all, what made you decide to take a solo trip?
Why are you asking me these questions?
Why are you shy?
Because I am.
No one see you.
Yes, this is going on the
You
internet.
look beautiful, first of all. Okay, go ahead, talk, man. Don't let me bad you up on here. Come on.
Yeah, show the people your real self.
Okay, what made you decide to take your first solo trip?
Because I wanted to go somewhere for my birthday.
Sorry? I can't hear you.
I wanted to go somewhere for my birthday.
Yeah, you want to go somewhere for your birthday, and you're like, I gotta go. No one's available. I just gotta go by myself.
I didn't care to go with anyone.
Oh, you really wanted to just go by yourself?
I like doing things by myself.
Yes, you do. You definitely are introvert. Okay, so would you say, given that your mom is an avid solo traveler, did it inspire you to her mom being me? If you guys didn't know that, did it inspire you somewhat to take that solo trip?
Yeah, it did. But you're traveling now and you're way older than me. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, she doesn't have much to say today. I think she's hungry. So, what was in a nutshell, be very concise with your response. You don't have to drag it out. What was your experience like traveling solo? Was it what you expected? After the trip, do you now feel like you would prefer traveling solo? Yeah, like, how do you feel about solo traveling moving forward? Like, did you have a good experience?
Those are like 3 questions.
Okay. First question. How was your experience? Good.
My experience was pretty good. There was a lot of issues with the room that I had. But I would say that it taught me how to be self-reliant and not like dependent on people. I would say I'm very dependent on my mom whenever I'm in crisis. And although she was there virtually on the phone with me, I really had to take the step forward to like handle it myself. And I would say that really helped me build my confidence around being by myself in another country. Those are the type of things you experience. Things can happen spontaneously and you kind of have to be resourceful. And I feel like there's some people who are my age who aren't resourceful and they don't know how to do things without calling their mom, without calling their dad. So it really felt nice to be able to do things on my own, which I'm not accustomed to while I'm here in like my local home environment. So it was really nice being forced out of my routine.
Thank you. Okay. So, in my previous videos, if you guys watch them, you will hear me talk about pros and cons to solo travel. You can check it out right here. In that video, I talk about how solo traveling allows you to be self-reliant, allows you to build self-confidence, it allows you to learn things about yourself that you never thought you knew. Like, she slept with a whole lizard in her room, okay? She is terrified of anything that crawls.
Well, lizard's not an insect though.
Wow. Okay. She is okay sleeping with the lizard, but she's afraid of spiders. Make it make sense to me because I'm burning down the room. I am not sleeping with a lizard. I'm okay with a spider, but not a lizard. She's a trooper.
Well, and that's the thing. My room had many complications in it. I wouldn't say
Tell us about it.
it wasn't 5-star. And the reason why is because I feel like what these resorts lack is consistency. I feel like because they're not keeping up with the cleanliness of the room.
Could it be that they're not paying the workers enough, so the workers just don't care?
That's a possibility too, but I feel like because there's every morning that I saw, it was the same cleaning lady. So maybe there's maybe 3 cleaning ladies that have to get through 5 floors, and for each floor, we could say there's maybe 30 rooms each floor. So take it in, you're one person, you only have 2 hands, you have to make sure you clean the bathroom, you clean the bed, mop the floor. So there's a lot you have to do, so you're gonna miss some spots, and it's not their fault. I would say they just don't have enough hands. They don't have enough people to accommodate to that part of the hotel experience. I feel like a lot of people don't really want to do a cleaning job, really. So it's like the ones who do have to do it, there's a lot that they have to do.
Let's talk about what was food like, because they say Jamaica, they have the best food, and Miss Netta be talking about Jamaican food is horrible, and she came for the wrong community, because the Jamaican community ain't gonna have that, because we think we have the best food on this earth. So, Taisha, what was the food experience like for you?
So at the resort that I went to Ocean Coral Springs. I was just very disappointed and dissatisfied with the food choices that Ocean Coral Springs had. To be a Jamaican resort and you had no plantain is crazy. Yeah, I would say the food wasn't well, and I feel like that's an experience that a lot of people can relate to when it comes to these Jamaican resorts, because they're not cooking authentically. They're just cooking in preparation to cater to North Americans, and it's just like, no, we eat that when we're home. I don't want to go on vacation to eat that. When I come on vacation, yes, me want plantain, me want boiled dumpling, me want I can't saltfish, me want them things there, and it's sad because it's like the island has access to those things, so why wouldn't you give that?
Yeah. Have the options for the people who are coming there and want a taste of Jamaica. Like, I don't want to eat pancakes. So let's talk about like entertainment. And with entertainment, you can talk about like the experience on the resort, like the beach, nighttime entertainment. Did they have a disco? Did they have anything like that?
Honestly, I wouldn't spend my money at this resort. And I'm never going to do that again. I advise you all not to spend your money at this resort, Ocean Coral Springs. And respectfully, I say that because this resort is very inadequate in every area, okay? When you go on Expedia and you go scroll down, you find a resort, you scroll down, you see the amenities and what it has to offer. What you basically look for is the food rating, the entertainment rating, the beach rating, and the room accommodation rating, right? And in every single one of those areas, it's inadequate at this resort. It's not a 7, it's not a 6, it's not a 5, it's a 4. Respectfully, they don't even have a beach. If you see the beach that was at that place, I don't even want to talk about this trip. That's why it's just like, you live and you learn. Now you know what you like, you know what you avoid. Yeah. But yeah, like entertainment, it was just basic entertainment that you see the Michael Jackson show. I don't want to see Michael Jackson. Let him lay in peace. Like let him rest. Like we don't need to do cosplay shows for this man. Like no. I don't want to see a Whitney Houston one either. Like let them rest. And yeah, I didn't go to the disco. Like no.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna do those things. But I feel like the best thing that they had was the ice cream. They had a little jerk hut too, but the dog, there was a female dog that was pregnant that kept walking around
and a bunch of cats
and waiting for people to give her food. I'm just like, no.
And a bunch of cats.
It's giving market.
Street animals.
It's not giving vacation.
So last thing I'm gonna ask her, because I know my daughter, she's very much an introvert. She's socially selective and she's very observant. So she'll walk into a space. Like I know the first couple of days she was kind of like very like to herself and reserved. I know this, and you're probably wondering how I know this. That's because we talked every day, like probably like for the most part. Whenever she had Wi-Fi.
Because you were afraid.
Me, I was afraid, ma'am. You kept calling me.
She missed me. She couldn't survive without.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I enjoyed knowing I just wanted to make sure she was comfortable. The first night she went, I was very much uneasy because I knew like, I was like, I wonder if she slept okay. And then when she told me the lizard was in her room and she had to sleep covering her face, like I couldn't sleep because I want my baby to be comfortable and she wasn't. So I had to be like, go and talk to the front desk, let them switch your room. I don't know if she would do that if I never told her to. She would have just stayed. She was okay sharing the room with the lizard. She said, oh, the lizard's staying on his side and I'm on my side. The lizard's not paying for the room. Like you guys did not take a trip.
Worse. The other room was worse.
You guys did not take a trip together. Then there were bugs in the other room that crawled on her.
He eats the inside.
The lizard would have eaten maybe that's why there was no bugs in that room, because the lizard would eat the bugs. Yeah. But I just wanted to make sure she was okay, because when she left, she was kind of like emotional, and I was like, oh my God, like she usually travels with me, like saying bye to me and you're going on a plane. Never ever happened. And as far as me and my child, I'm gonna empower her to be independent. Yes, I am. She left and she came back in one piece because she's protected and she's covered. I'm not the type of mom that's afraid and like live in fear. I'm sorry. Fear has kept me back in life for a long time. In my 40s, it's not gonna happen. And I'm gonna empower my child. And if you're a parent, I would challenge you to empower your child to be independent outside of you and not be dependent, because the way life goes, one day you will not be there. One day you will not be there. So when you're not around, how's your child going to survive if you didn't equip them? They say, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. So for me, it's to empower my daughter to be self-sufficient, self-reliant, and be able to be independent outside of mommy. At her age, she should be here right now. She should be taking trips by herself, like making big decisions. Yes, I'm here to guide her and help her, but hey, it's okay. Make your child travel by themselves. Like, I don't understand parents who are like, oh my God, even grown adults won't do it by themselves. I'm sorry you feel that way, but you're missing out, man. You're missing out. One last thing we're going to talk about before I end this video. I was actually going to touch on making friends. So what I was saying is Tyshell is not the type of person that's going to walk up to you and talk to you. But if you walk up to her and talk to her, I want to know your experience with making friends.
So, yeah, I'm not someone who's a socialite. I don't seek conversations with people. However, through the days that I was there, I talked to people and exchanged words with different individuals. Surprisingly, a lot of them were men, but that makes sense. I feel like always. When a man sees a little damsel, and I wasn't in distress, but like seeing a girl on her own, pretty girl by that, being independent, I feel like that makes a man, very intrigued. I made some friends. quite older than me. A lot of people thought I was actually older, thought I was 27. I'm not 27. You're not going to know how old I am. But I'm not 27. So, yeah, I feel like a lot of people sensed my maturity, and, you know, the conversation just continued on. I met some Americans. I feel like if you don't meet an American friend while on vacation, you weren't on vacation, because Americans are so nice. Over the days, that's when I made some friends. I even met a British guy. Like, I didn't even say too much to him. It was when we got kicked out of the restaurant there. And I'm just like, are you a solo traveler? He's like, yes, I am. He's like, are you? Whatever. And then he just continued on with the conversation. It's like, I don't seek to have a conversation, but if it happens, it happens, and I'm polite. But he was from England.
You're not gonna initiate a conversation.
Exactly. He was from England. He was British. So I kind of I met most of, you know, the continent, I guess.
So what about when it came to taking photos?
How
did you find that experience, or even
that was so uncomfortable.
Someone to take photos for you?
That was so uncomfortable. I don't like asking people to do anything for me.
So
that was a challenge. So when, like, guys, I would sit there and contemplate. Like, people walk past me, and I would literally be going in my head, who am I gonna ask? Like, that's the mind of an overthinker. Like, yes. When you overthink too much, like, if you watch Inside Out and you see, like, the second one, anxiety, that's literally what goes on in my brain. Like, you're just trying to over calculate things, and it's just like, bro, just ask the person. So when I actually got the confidence to ask the person, oh my gosh, can you take my picture, please? It wasn't that scary. But I was,
and they were glad to do it.
Yeah, and it's nothing. It's really nothing to them, exactly. Really. You know, I obviously gave a tip to the workers, because it's like, I took time out of your work day, you know? Yeah. It's not that scary. Like, I overthink a lot, and overthinking has caused me to create these false scenarios that really make me stay away from trying new things and really being confident in myself, you know? So, something I'm working on. I feel like everyone has to work on their confidence. I don't think anyone's really born confident. And if you are, your
confidence is built.
Yeah, it's very much built. So, you know, that was a learning experience for me, and, you know, I'm glad that I was put in those conditions, because for next time it won't be so hard. So, like, over the days it got easier to ask people to take my picture, and that's growth. Yes. So, yeah, overall, I feel like this trip was really meant for me to grow and to really realize certain aspects of myself that I haven't considered before. I'm someone who doubts a lot, you know, within myself. So being in an environment, in a space where I didn't have no family members, no friends, nobody that I know to comfort me, to be there for me, beside me, it really made me value myself more and really see that, you know, like, I'm really cool. Like, I'm actually a cool person, you know, like, not everyone could travel by themselves. Not everyone could enjoy their own company. So to be able to do that, you know, I do love myself, and I do value myself more than I ever thought I did. So I'm really glad that I got to do that, and I don't have to live with a regret of not doing it. Exactly. So, yeah, thank you to my mom for the support. Thank you for my friends for the support. It was really helpful, and I value each and every one of them for supporting me in that.
Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you sharing that, because that's really solo traveling from the perspective of an introvert and an overthinker. And at the end of the day, sometimes we overthink. Joyce Meyer always says we need to stop the stinking thinking, because we think and think and think and think until we start telling ourselves lies. You know, like, anxiety is stemmed from fear. Yes. And we allow that to hold us back. And I don't want people to get to a place in life and you're like, what did I do with my life? And you regret, and then you're angry with people, or you're like, it's because of this why I didn't. Listen, one thing I'm going to tell you guys, and I hope you guys watch it in this video in its entirety. And if you didn't, too bad. You're going to miss out on this gem. I always say this, okay? And just do it, for me, I know it's like, oh, it's just a slogan for Nike. But for me, really and truly, it's a lifestyle. It's a whole mental shift for me. I've made it my own personal goal to just do it. Do it anxious, do it afraid, do it broke, do it rich. Just do it. Tell yourself, get over yourself. Because you're standing in your way, and we miss 100% of the opportunities we don't take. So take the time. If you can't afford to travel like internationally, start taking mini road trips. Like, get to see your city, get to see your province. Start doing small things like that and getting comfortable. Her and I used to travel when she was younger all the time. For my birthday, it was a must. We had to leave the house and do something, whether we took a road trip to Ottawa or to Montreal or to New York or to Jersey. My birthday time, we're gonna travel, right? I love traveling, I always have, but it wasn't. And even when I used to go to Jamaica when she was a baby, but when she was younger, it was much harder because being a parent was my first priority, right? So now I'm in a position where I can do that, and I'm gonna do it. Okay. So thank you, Tyshell, for taking the time to share your story. I absolutely appreciate you. I am so proud of you. You don't understand. I'm so proud of you holistically, because you just make me as a mommy so super proud, and I kind of want to gloat sometimes, but I gotta humble myself. I want to say I did that, like, by the grace of God. God has allowed me to be the best mom I could be for her, and I'm sure there are other things that I could have done better, but I feel like I did a good job with her. But that's all I have for now, okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, like, why not? Just join the family. It's really a good time here. I'm going to be sharing more content, reviewing hotels, reviewing Airbnbs, sharing my point of view, my experiences. So join the family. Hit the button, subscribe, like, comment, leave a comment so the algorithm knows you like this content. It helps to build the channel, you see? So thank you so much for being here. Stay safe and happy travels. Bye.